Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, the question I want to ask, what was the content of what IAMMARWA was being reminded by Major KE? Because after watching that video, there are issues that I'm deciphering. And there is a lot more that I think Major KE is holding in his heart, but he doesn't want to say. This is what I'm reading. Perhaps let's just watch the video below.
Remember, back, you used to call me. You used to call me when you were in Argentina. You used to call me and tell me, bro, I don't want to say what it is, but yeah, you used to call me. And I respond and I tell you like, and when everything was done, I told you, bro, yeah, it's done and I delivered. And remember what you told me, bro. Remember, for real, remember what you told me. This is not a lie. Remember what you told me. I don't want to put it on camera. I don't hate you. You are my big brother. I really respect you. And all I can say, I don't fear you. I respect you. I respect you so much. So much. But I don't fear you. But without fear of contradiction, like, I want to put this out because you really how can I put this? You really could have told me Maja.
So guys, if you watch the
Maja,
video below,
why are you
that is Major KE, and in its content, Major KE is reliving something. And that's the thing that is telling IAMMARWA that you go back and remind yourself of what we talked about. Therefore, we can clearly say there is something that IAMMARWA and Major KE talked of, maybe a secret between the two, that we are getting from that call. Again, there is an element of a promise. It could mean who promised who, but how Major KE is talking and putting it, it seems Major KE was promised something. And that one also, I had a keen look at the title of Major KE that I'm running out of patience. Enough is enough. Enough. The unfolding story or unfolding truth, which means there is some kind of truth that Major KE knows somewhere. That this truth is between him and IAMMARWA concerning IAMMARWA, then is reminding IAMMARWA, and this is the culmination after he was chased from the construction site. He came in to remind IAMMARWA. Therefore, I'm acutely sure that I want to put it on record that there is a great promise that involving the two. So in this video, we seek to answer three things. One, we want to look at the content of the call. Because the content of the call, this is what Major KE has kept on referring to and reminding IAMMARWA of that call. So we want to look at the content of the call. Whether Major KE will tell us or not, in this video today, I'm going to unravel the content. What was that call all about? So keep it here, because if you want to get to know more, I'm going to unravel it at the progression stages of this video. So keep it up to the end. Number two things that you also want to look at, what was promised to Major KE or what was promised to IAMMARWA? Was it delivered? Was it delivered or not delivered? Why IAMMARWA is being reminded it right now? Basically, when the issue of somebody being chased or not being chased or coming late has ensued. Why not earlier and why now? And again, why is IAMMARWA being reminded of all these secret talks, of all these deals, of all what was delivered and what was not delivered? Why IAMMARWA is being reminded now? Is IAMMARWA a victim of blackmail? Is Mother KE so right to let the cat out of the dog? This is the question that we must ask ourselves going forward, and it must be answered. So on the other hand, I also stumble upon a specific video, and this video also was talking to the same thing. And this video was even revealing a lot that now it's leading to the direction and it's leading to unraveling of the whole Hutch stories itself. So the secret itself might have been contained in this video. Perhaps let's watch it keenly.
Is one thing. When I will be coming there, I'll make sure that I'm giving you shout outs daily, and you will be talk about the doors of the talk about the villa will be opened to you a 24-hour system, and from the human being era, because also I've talked about Autological species of the same plumage will always locomote in unison. At that kind of the point, you can understand the unison I'm talking about. This kind of the species were together like one, even like Dube said it. And it was so mature in a way that nobody could untreat, distreat, and auto-treat the others. And what came out is whereby now, this kind of the boy who was ever receiving the calls during the Argentinian trip, Maja was receiving a lot of calls now and again, and talking about, hey bro, how has it reached? Including talking about, have you ever seen somebody whenever he needs something from you? He becomes so in touch, and you can just understand that, hey, is this the person that was that way? Is this the person I was ever hearing that this is how he behaves? But he is calling me. But understand one deal. If we're going to be finishing with you, you will never see his call no ever in your life, and I progress and I tell you that as a fact. There's no day you
so that
see
if
the
you listen to that
this
video
kind of
from Gintu itself, the video itself in its word and contents and in the context in which it is being delivered speak volume, and it is leading us to our objective and mission because of what we wanted to answer. Most of it is contained in that video, and there is more that is still pending that we are going to reveal. Therefore, the question that also we must ask and we must provide answers at the tail end of this video is Gintu being used as a mouthpiece by Maja KE? Because Maja KE is telling us there is a lot of things that Amar knows between them that he doesn't want to talk about because of the respect. And now Gintu is now telling us the real story, how all this kind unfolded. The question that also begs, that also creates suspension was, who told Gintu the story? That's what now warrants my question. Is Gintu being used as a mouthpiece for someone? So because we can really tell in that video, Gintu has just spilled out the tea and let the cat out of the facet. Because if you lift the facet, the lid, then you'll see the facet in all its four-sided. And that's what we've seen. That's what we've seen. So guys, in this video, we want to critically analyze the two clips so that we get to know the truth, what really is making Maja KE runs out of patience, what was promised, the contents of the talk, because Gintu has just alluded to it. Then we get to know who is being used, who is not being used, who is it a blackmail of the sort? So this is what we are achieving in doing this analysis going forward. So before we delve deep, if you're coming across this YouTube and this video for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. Without your support, this channel wouldn't be at this pace. So let's dive in after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So let's dive in straight away lest we forget. So guys, there are several questions I had asked at the initial stages of this video. Those are the questions that we needed to answer going forward. We have been told about the betrayal. We want to unearth who betrayed who and how. We want also to unravel the content of this kind of calls that IAMMARWA is being used or being blackmailed with. Therefore, there is also a blackmail and also there is also a promise. Then we'll get to know who betrayed who, because we are being told of a betrayer. Because yesterday I happened even to watch JT. That video will come later after this one, because I will have to analyze it. Because my work here is just to analyze. I've got no bad heart with anybody. My work is just to analyze without bias, but also to bring the true picture of what is being said, and also to unravel the hidden matters that majority of people could not even see. Maybe because they're so busy, they have got no time to do such kind of analysis. But at your own service, you'll get to enjoy the value of my critics, no? Or criticism. One, before we delve deep, I just want you to watch this video, because this video itself has got more that you are looking for. Has got a lot that you are looking for. Perhaps
Maja
let's
talked
dive
about,
deep.
okay, now can I come to the villa? The calls started not being denied after the AdSense had come. And understand that Maja KE was the one who even cut the paper of the AdSense. Talk about the YouTube AdSense came to his talk about personal postal address. And when he just teared that paper, he was the one who read that kind of the number, the AdSense now. He was the one who read it to him while he was in Argentina. And he was told that the doors are open for you 24 hours. From there, there's no call he was given. And from there now, Maja talked about, what am I going to be doing? When Maja one day met with him, talked about, no, Maja, I don't like your behavior. This is how you are. You know, right now I have a wife. He doesn't need people. When you are in need, you are talking about this kind of the things. Betrayal in the city. Betrayal in the city. And the Kitch King. Talk about the Kitch King. Talking about, you understand that I'm the biggest lion in this kind of the territory. And from this kind of the territory, I'm the one to understand what has to go and what has to remain. In a way that you are humiliating the small interludes, the small genders, the small species, in a way that you are a big shark. So as you can just use them and dump them, there you are. Even Ashensia meant it. Talked about hit and run. You can understand. Hit and run, eh? That is what is always available. And you can understand it from every position, from each and every position. Look at this kind of the way. When we talk about how many ladies, how many people, how many these have been betrayed, you can understand that the criteria that is using this kind of the government, it's something which is very stupidical in a way that you have to understand at which point are you. Because the government to betray is in a second, eh? So you have to understand, what do you have as a bigger thing for you to give it out? And let me get to the direct point here, so as you can understand well. When Brian construction is ongoing, when you understand that this kind of the person is the one who can make me not progress. Gintu tried and I talked about somebody sent me to go there. But what happened? Gintu was jailed. And talk about Maja, they started going there. What happened? He was chased. And talk about, there's another guy here, talk about Nasto. Nasto, when he went there and shot much of the videos and came back, and when he came back and started his own construction, he was fired. He was told that now you don't deserve to be in our
So guys, you
group.
just watch that
Why?
video. The video itself
They
has
think
got
about
a lot of information. And this is the information that Maja KE was telling us, that he doesn't want to talk about this issue. Yet the story itself has already been leaked. And Gintu has got the true story directly from Maja KE. The reasons why I'm saying directly from Maja KE, this is what Maja happened. For example, for those who didn't understand Gintu, let me just do a paraphrase. Gintu is saying, The secret call between Ammarwa and Maja KE was about the AdSense pin. That Ammarwa wanted to change his AdSense pin from America to Kenya because of the issues of taxes. Then all that we know, when you're changing your AdSense pin and if you're in a different country, you must have a postal code. And by that time, it found Ammarwa when Ammarwa was in Argentina. So by that fact is, if you apply for you to receive it in Argentina, you wouldn't be able to receive it in Argentina because their postal address states America. And by that time, you're in Argentina, which is also part of America, and you don't have a postal code. So how would you receive your postal pin address? So the postal pin address herein, it is a pin for your YouTube so that you start getting paid. That is where they will deliver your payment using that pin. Because without this pin means that your money wouldn't be paid, your money will be withheld. So he decided to get back home and call Maja KE, because Maja KE, their father has got a postal address. That's the public utility postal address. Postal address, somebody can have it, because majority of people also have the postal address. You just go and rent and you have just been given one. That is where your letters and goods are being deposited. Are you there? Is there sin and is it a crime when that one is done? There is no crime in it. Postal address is just address to deliver letters or to deliver documents, a parcel, so that it could reach a person. Therefore, there is no any crime that Ammarwa did when he uses a postal address. A postal address is just where parcels and letters are being delivered for a pickup. You can even use for your neighbor, for your friends. So telling us that Ammarwa was doing money laundering through that is far-fetched. That is hubris. Unless you are so thick, you don't understand issues. You are not exposed. Because I saw that comment at the comment section that people were telling Maja, if your postal address was used for AdSense pin, you better be careful because that one is money laundering. Bullshit. Where? Unless we were not thinking. I've even used, my friends, like when I was here in this country, in the Middle East, I didn't know. I put a postal address thinking that I will get this letter here. When I send people the postal back at home, no, they couldn't find the letter yet. I'm being told the letter has been delivered. In this country, I went to the Q post, nothing was there. Then later when I came back and learned, I was told I can use someone. But now, I said to say no, I cannot use someone because it's a private document unless you trust somebody. So what I did the research. Then I was told it is possible after the fourth time attempt, you can really troubleshoot it so that you could be verified online. So my AdSense was verified online. That's why now with the YouTube update, because they know this is a problem that majority of people go through. Maybe in case of a war, how would you pick up your pin from the postal address? So they can verify you online. That's why now in the YouTube update itself, your pin could be verified online, instant. There's nothing like a problem. So there was no problem that Ammarwa did. That's basic. So these are the things that we're being told, that when these things was delivered through the postal address of Maja KE's parents, Maja KE is the one who was given the responsibility of going and pick it, read it to Ammarwa, then Ammarwa change it. Because AdSense pins, you can even change it depending on with your mobility. Before Ammarwa used to use, because he was in the USA, because he used to travel in the part of America, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil. So that was part, so that it makes you so easier for you to withdraw that money using their own currency. Are you there? So when at that time when Ammarwa was coming back at home, he said that he will be taking a long part back at home so that he couldn't be traveling, not for quite a long time. He decided to change it back. There was nothing like somebody want to bring a story, oh, Ammarwa was blocked, not going to USA, that's why he's changing. No, that's hogwash. That's a story that you couldn't believe. So, at this expense, Ammarwa promised Maja KE that I will be giving you excessive kind of shutouts. I will open my gate for you so that anytime you come, I will do collab because you've just done for me a good thing, because AdSense pin, if somebody gets it, if it's yours, somebody can decide to mess you big time. Are you there? So this is the part that IAMMARWA sealed the deal with with Major KE. So I think also this is also the part that Major KE also decided to feel so lazy, because at one point Major KE went and took a period of 3 to 4 months without uploading any video. He disappeared. Perhaps maybe he was waiting for the travel commander to come and resuscitate back his YouTube channel back, which means it was pointless for this guy to go in oblivion. He could have just started posting the way he used to do. That's why I advised him to go back and do content with Nasto, to recalibrate his channel, as anytime IAMMARWA might come his way to do further recalibration. It's like what you have at your hand is more worth than what you want to chase. So make use of what you're still having in your hands now. Now. That is a fact. So we are being told of the story that later Major KE, following IAMMARWA constantly, is to have his promise being fulfilled. Yet his promise has been met with a lot of brute force, of betrayal. And I want to speak on this issue of betrayal. What do you think that the promise of shutouts itself were blocked? If you remember the time when IAMMARWA came back at home, it's also the time that Dimwango came back home. If you can remember the story within the villa, when the Princeton University was coming for the first time, the story that happened between Minhawi, Dimwango, and all the rest, and the statement that really ensued when Dimwango said that these people depend waiting me to poo so that they can eat. That was a metaphor that majority of people couldn't understand, but I had to explain to them so that they could really understand. If somebody directly compares you to something that really doesn't mean that you are that. It needs certain kind of intelligence for you to understand what is beneath, under, and beyond the metaphor, so that you can really drive the meaning itself. So these are the things that these people were lacking. Majority of people took this story so badly, and also it was a set up of a lazy gangs. So what really happened? The people like Nasto pick up the story, maybe because they want, not Nasto, the people like Major KE pick up the story. Nasto never talked of anything, because majority of people was talking about it. So I remember the clique and the group that Major KE flanked himself with. So these are the clique of the group that really messed him up. You remember that clip they did, and they started castigating Dimwango and talking about all that things. And in fact, I reacted also about that video. And even I explained to them that they've fallen the trap of the lazy gang, because what lazy gang wants, wants them to be sent away in a disarray, and things won't work. And even the following day, Major KE came up and apologized after even him testify live that he was misled by friends. They were just doing a reaction, a vlog, but a friend is the one who came up with that story. Then they found themselves talking about it. He had to apologize, but apologies itself was too late. This is when it was promised. Now IAMMARWA was back at home. If you remember, also IAMMARWA did a video saying family is family. Friendship you will put aside, but family is family. Now the promise was being destroyed because of Major KE action by then. Even though IAMMARWA never mentioned any names, but majority of people started speaking that even if a friendship that's giving me what, but family first. I think this is the time when IAMMARWA said that maybe Major KE has been recruited by the negativity and the negative people. That's why he's attacking my family. But when we would say that Major KE apologized. Yes, apologies was aired on the camera. But IAMMARWA is still having a reservation with it. Maybe IAMMARWA has put him at bay to learn him more. If you want to know that there's no enmity, Nasto, not Nasto, yeah, we see Nasto and Major KE delivering cement at IAMMARWA side. IAMMARWA never chased them. There was no chase. It simply means IAMMARWA is just open. And the one thing I like with IAMMARWA, when IAMMARWA is unsatisfied with anything, he will tell you point blank, even in the camera, whether you are his friend, whether you are the father or the mother. I see IAMMARWA will even say it anything, raw and uncut. So anytime you are approaching IAMMARWA, you must be so very careful with what you want. You must also be very careful of what you do, because that is IAMMARWA's life. He tells you raw and uncut anytime. Anytime. You know? So this is the thing of which I'm believing. If Madeke could trace it back, where the rain started beating you, you are promised, yes, you did something so good to IAMMARWA appreciated, then you are promised a collab and all shout out. Then in the myriads, when this shout out was not yet being fulfilled, you had already descended to negativity, attacking IAMMARWA's sister. The question I need to ask you, have you ever reached IAMMARWA discussing that issue that, you know, well, let's say IAMMARWA always forgets. He will receive you and give you shout out. At the Princeton University, the second one, you're also welcome and you're there, and we saw you the IAMMARWA. You feel him around. You feel him around. Simply means the people who were deemed seen negative were never invited into that Princeton Party University. They never came. They were never invited. Which means IAMMARWA never had any grudge with you. You don't have grudge with IAMMARWA. That is well taken. But you said IAMMARWA put you on the camera, then you send a message. IAMMARWA received thousands of messages. Others he received even 3 months ago, not yet been replied, not even been read. So the message wouldn't have worked so well, because that one shall be received, I don't know at what time, because the voluminous kind of text that IAMMARWA receives. So the best thing, you would have called IAMMARWA to let him know what was happening. What was happening. So the question that I had asked, is IAMMARWA being blackmailed? Yes, IAMMARWA is being blackmailed by Major KE because of that mere promise. Have you ever asked ourselves why IAMMARWA shelved that promised? Because the sisters was attacked, and the very people that was attacking the family are the very people that they want shout out from. They want shout out from IAMMARWA. Then these are the people that they're attacking the family. Let's say that story is forgone. Why IAMMARWA was being reminded of all these things? If Major is saying that he never wanted to talk this story, where has Gintu got all these kind of stories? Where has Gintu gotten all these kind of stories? That one also answers our question. Is Gintu being used as a mouthpiece? Yes, Gintu is being used as a mouthpiece, and the message itself was delivered courtesy of Gintu via Major KE. And that is what I'm reading it out of everything, how everything transpired. So guys, if you have of different opinion, and without any gesturing, without any threats, without any innuendos, kindly be free at the comment section and give me a feedback. What do you think with this kind of the story? Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.